through a couple on the kiss cam. Turns out they were having an affair? I don't think even Coldplay can fix this.
I feel like this isn't a good way, and if you're gonna get caught cheating, it shouldn't be like this.
Well, maybe he should have thought of that before he was cheating.
Kiss Cam is known for its heartwarming moments, but it caught an awkward one at a Coldplay concert. It zoomed in on a couple cuddling, but internet sleuths were quick to work out why they didn't want to be seen.
Don't cheat on your wife. That makes you a scumbag. Let's just start there, full stop. But if you want to be a retarded scumbag, then you can go cheat on your wife at a concert where you're liable to be put on a massive camera in front of everyone, tens of thousands of people here in Boston, watching this.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
That's a Coldplay concert, and it is the most viral clip on the internet.
They had like the kiss cam kind of thing that goes around that zeroed in on this one couple.
They don't even get caught if they're just both at the concert together. They only get caught because they're openly canoodling at the concert. It betrays a lack of respect for any sort of judgment, but also for a basic value system.
The CEO of a billion-dollar business is in damage control after his affair with a colleague was exposed, of all places, on Kiss Cam.
Now, a US tech company boss has been suspended. That's after a viral video appeared to show him hugging a woman at a Coldplay concert. Astronomer says that its chief executive, Andy Byron, has been put on leave, although the company stopped short of confirming if he is the one captured in the footage. The video, which appears to show Byron embracing the company's HR director, was shown on a giant screen at the concert in Boston.
And from there, the internet didn't stop.
If you're gonna have an affair, why would you bring her to a concert in public where everybody can see you? What if you even ran into someone you knew? Who cares about the Jumbotron? What if you ran into someone you knew? Huh?
Forget the Epstein files. I want to see the text messages of that astronomer CEO that got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert.
I would pay to be a fly on the wall in the office.
This is pretty viral stuff. Or do we have to get HR involved? I know that HR was involved.
The moral of the story here is don't get caught on Kiss Cam. And the tidbit is that's not his wife.
And can we talk about the employee that was with them? She obviously knows what's going on because she's there.
But apparently, this couple will not be fans of Coldplay for long.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Oh, she's talking to her friend. That's her friend.
I'm not quite sure.
She whips her back to the camera.
Yeah.
And he actually bends down to get out of the, like squatting to get out of the sight. Honestly, they should have listened to me. Look, well, he's really hugging her. It's tight.
Yeah, you just lean in. You have to lean in at that point.
Right?
They're both married, not for long.
All right, listen up. It's one thing for your husband to cheat. It's another thing entirely when he does it at a Coldplay concert on the freaking Kiss Cam in front of an entire stadium. But wait, he didn't just get caught by accident. Chris Martin himself called them out. Like, imagine getting humiliated with a full-on Coldplay soundtrack and stadium lights while the world watches your marriage crumble in real time. This wasn't just betrayal. This was betrayal broadcasted in 4K.
Oh, look at these two.
In a moment, these lovers won't ever forget.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
And one the world can't stop talking about.
I'm not quite sure what to do. Did we rumble you?
Kiss Cam at a Coldplay gig in Boston, and their reactions said it all. They had something to hide.
Oh, I hope we didn't do something bad.
Chris Martin knew it. The internet did too.
So now Andy Byron, the CEO of Astronomer, just became that guy. The CEO who thought kissing his HR director, yes, HR director, in public under a Jumbotron was somehow a good call. And his wife, Meghan Carey Byron, she just stepped into her queen era. What she did next? Not a word. No screams. Just straight up legend behavior. This whole scandal, it's got more drama than a Netflix series, and we're diving headfirst into this corporate mess of cheating, exposure, and the most tragic attempt to hide behind a railing ever.
It's time to kiss it goodbye. Baseball is probably not the only thing you can say that about.
Picture this. You're chilling at home, sipping on wine, folding laundry, thinking your husband is at some boring corporate event. Cute, right? But then, boom, your phone blows up. Your man, Andy Byron, is all over social media. Lips locked with Kristen Cabot, his HR director, on the Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert. And then Chris Martin goes, they're either having an affair or they're just shy. Chris didn't just say that. He detonated a marriage with that mic drop.
I think the actual star of this story, though, is Chris Martin, who decides, given an opportunity here, to let these people off the hook and just let the camera move along, to suggest explicitly that these people are either having an affair. I mean, seriously? You just throw the fans under the bus who paid their hard-earned money for these tickets?
Well, good call from the lead man there, because it turns out that they were, in fact, probably having an affair.
I feel bad for so many people involved in this. Like, Chris Martin is one of the sweetest guys. I'm a huge Coldplay fan. Like, really a genuinely sweet guy who's trying to do the world better. He's trying to showcase people having loving moments. And it sure looks like these two are in love, Kim. Very, very confident in such a public space. Yeah. You would think they're a couple, would you not, Kim?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the biggest thing that surprises me about this is how public this is.
And Andy, this man had the audacity to duck behind a railing like some guilty raccoon caught mid-trash raid. Kristen, she threw her hands up like she was in the witness protection program. Let's get one thing straight. These two weren't shy.
He did so many things wrong. I mean, the very first thing is, and look, I've never cheated on my wife. I'm not cheating on my wife. I love you, baby. It's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm great. But if I did it, to borrow a phrase from O.J. Simpson, I sure as hell am not going to take my side chick to a stadium with 65,000 strangers.
They were just caught being dumb in HD. Like and subscribe because, honey, you don't want to miss this kind of tea. Now, back to the real MVP in this circus. Meghan, Carrie, and Byron, the wife, the mom, the woman who stood by Andy while he was out there playing tonsil hockey in row 12. Meghan, she was at home raising their kids, sharing sweet family moments, posting about her genius tech CEO husband. Sis thought she married the next Steve Jobs. Turns out she got Joe Exotic in a Patagonia vest. Her socials, all love, all support. Meanwhile, Andy was out here treating HR like his personal dating pool.
He's the CEO of a company called Astronomer, and that is his chief people officer. Is that what we're calling HR now? That is so weird. Chief people officer, Kristen Cabot, C-A-B-O-T. The problem here is that Andy Byron is married to someone other than Kristen Cabot, who, again, the irony of her being head of HR, and he has 2 children. And it appears that they were caught in what appears to be an affair.
This wasn't your run-of-the-mill cheating scandal. This was Betrayal, the arena tour, with stage lighting, a Coldplay soundtrack, and the whole internet watching. And TikTok didn't waste a second. They went full CIA on Kristen Cabot. Turns out, she's not just any employee, she's the chief people officer at Astronomer. You know, the person who's supposed to stop scandals like this? Yeah, that part.
Here's Astronomer's leadership. This is Andy Byron. And right down here is the Chief People Officer. There you go. Kristen Cabot, Chief People Officer. Although the weird thing is that if you click on their LinkedIns, and poof, they're gone. Deleted their LinkedIns. Too bad, you know? They'll be a scumbag. And if you are a scumbag, then, well, I guess you deserve this.
Ma'am, your literal job is to prevent this exact kind of drama, not lead it. You're supposed to protect the company, not turn it into a real-life soap opera. And let's not forget, Andy's married with kids. Kristen, recently divorced. Messi doesn't even begin to cover it.
He is Andy Byron, the CEO of AI startup Astronomer, and she is the company's head of HR, Kristen Cabot. He is married, she is recently divorced. Both are in big trouble, as is their until recently booming billion-dollar business.
It's really exciting for our company. We see a huge opportunity ahead of us.
It would appear the future of his marriage doesn't look as exciting.
This wasn't a random mistake. It was a 2-family wrecking ball and a full-on corporate meltdown. And when the smoke cleared, the internet knew exactly who to ride for. Meghan. Her Facebook blew up with love. People were dropping comments like, "Take everything, Queen," and "You deserve better." And honestly, she does.
Last act. Go Meghan. Get that divorce lawyer and get the money. Okay, so...
Ex-boyfriends were probably crawling out the woodwork like, "Hey, Meghan, remember me?" Meanwhile, Andy, his comments section, gone, disabled.
They've now locked all their comments. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is Andy Byron and HR having an affair still hold their positions at the company? Is it ethical?
Because of course it is. Man built $1 billion company but can't handle a few thousand people calling him a walking red flag with Wi-Fi.
He's the CEO of a software startup. She's head of his HR department. The clip everyone is talking about except for two people who have the most explaining to do.
This is the guy that is his head of HR. They were caught in an obvious embrace. And as soon as that cam went on them and they saw their image up in the thing, it was the worst cover-up ever. She turned her back to the camera and he just like, he looked totally humiliated, embarrassed.
Then Megan, she dropped the move of the year. No big drama, no TMZ exclusive. She just deleted Byron from her last name. That's it. No captions, just power.
Eagle-eyed observers online noted his wife has already changed her Facebook profile, removing her married name. And just like his marriage, he's also blown up the internet.
Byron is already married. Cabot recently divorced her husband, Kenneth Thornby. And apparently now the wife of the astronomer CEO has changed her last name on social media.
His wife has now deactivated her account. The wife later dropped her married name on her Facebook account.
But yeah, the internet is ripping them to shreds.
Twitter, lost its mind. One person said she erased him like a typo. Another, when she dropped the name, my soul ascended. And seriously, same. That one move did more than Andy's $1 million PR team ever could. She told the whole story, no words needed. Harder hit than a Chris Martin chorus. And Kristen, the walking contradiction. The HR leader breaking every rule she was supposed to enforce. She turned astronomers' ethics code into a meme.
That's the HR lady's assistant. That's why they're able to go to concerts together, right? Because, don't worry, there's a third party there. HR is such trash, by the way. The entire business of HR, like every single HR department is just an absolute nightmare of people who are constantly being used to attack the best people in a company and then do stuff like this, right? On the side. It's incredible. They're so awful. The witches of HR are just like the bane of every company.
Girl, you are not the chief pillow talk liaison. You're supposed to prevent this behavior, not star in the scandal. What next? A workshop on how to blow up families with maximum efficiency? The only seminar Kristen should lead is an exit interview, and fast. Meanwhile, the damage? Oh, it's massive. Andy didn't just cheat. He blew up his entire life like a tech bro soap opera. Now his kids have to go to school hearing, didn't your dad get caught on the kiss cam? Not just trauma, but trauma with stadium lights. And Astronomer now looks less like a tech startup and more like a deleted scene from Succession. Good luck getting investors when your CEO's main claim to fame is ducking behind a railing. And Kristen, good luck at that next performance review. Megan, though, she shut down socials, focused on her kids, dropped the name, didn't say a word, absolute boss.
Anyway, here we go. So she brought her underling there to cover for them. The CEO's wife found out about it. She's already removed his last name from her LinkedIn and Facebook. Apparently, many people at the company knew that he was sleazy, previously worked for him. Moral of the story, don't go to a Coldplay concert.
No interviews, no dramatic tell-alls, no revenge TikToks, just silence. The kind that hits harder than any fake apology Andy could come up with. Megan didn't lose, she leveled up. One day she's the CEO's wife, the next she's a national icon. All it took was one name change and a whole lot of dignity. Andy Byron exposed, humiliated, deleted. Kristen Kitt, HR's new queen of cringe, and Megan Carrion, the internet's favorite new definition of grace under fire. Let's pause and take in the scale of this disaster, shall we? Andy Byron didn't just ruin a marriage. He nuked his entire reputation, the company's image, and whatever respect he had left. All before Chris Martin finished the first verse of Fix You. The best part, he did it all by himself. No leaks, no side chicks spilling DMS. Just a CEO, a camera, and one painfully public kiss that flipped his life upside down. This wasn't just a bad decision. This was a stadium-sized implosion broadcast globally, immortalized in memes, and dissected in Reddit threads with forensic precision. People weren't just mad, they were invested. And Kristen? Oh, the irony could power an entire city. The chief people officer, the one person in charge of keeping trust and boundaries intact, ends up becoming the punchline of her own HR handbook. She didn't just break the rules, she straight up pole vaulted over every ethical line in sight and dragged the CEO with her like they were auditioning for Scandal Coldplay Edition. And then, there's Megan, the woman the internet rallied for. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't blast anyone. She simply deleted a name, closed a few tabs, and let the world do the rest. That's not weakness. That's not silence. That's power. That's strategy. That's how queens move. Graceful, calculated, lethal, without saying a word. And let's not forget, beneath all the jokes and TikTok edits, there are real people left in the wreckage. There are kids who now have to navigate school with whispers behind their backs. Families torn apart because 2 executives couldn't keep it low-key during a concert. It's more than gossip. It's a reminder that the people at the top, when left unchecked, can cause very real destruction. So what's the takeaway? When the so-called powerful act like clowns, it's the ones they hurt who end up shining the brightest. Meghan didn't just walk away from this scandal, she owned it. Quietly, elegantly, and with every deleted letter from her last name, she reclaimed her story. Now let's talk verdicts. Are you Team Meghan? Should she take Andy to court and drain every last dollar from that startup piggy bank? Should Kristen be booted from HR faster than Andy dove behind that concert railing? And honestly, should Astronomer rebrand yesterday before this turns into the next Fire Festival? Let us know in the comments. Drop your hottest takes. No holding back. If you ride for Meghan like the rest of us, hit that like button like it's karma with a front row seat. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Because in a world full of cheaters, liars, and corporate messes, we're not just spilling the tea, we're making sure it burns. Thanks for watching. And if you want more scandalous breakdowns, drama deep dives, or CEO meltdowns, you know what to do. Top of the screen.